A lot of Parisian support there, a huge flag, the emblem of the club, and great expectations, I think, on Paris Saint-Germain. Let's now join our commentator for this, the European Cup Winners' Cup Final, as usual, the one and only, the esteemed Martin Tyler.
Welcome to Brussels for the 1996 European Cup Winners' Cup Final. Paris Saint-Germain, very strong favourites, but they've been collapsing in their challenge for the French Championship recently, and they've had to take some harsh criticism, some of it very public, from their own president. One change from the second leg of their semi-final against La Coruña. Rai, the Brazilian on the bench then, is in from the start. Rapid Vienna, by contrast, are much more relaxed. They've already outstripped expectations. Bulgaria's Ivanov emerging as a cult figure at the back, and 21-year-old striker Carsten Janker scoring the goals, 6 of them so far, to propel Rapid into this grand occasion. Janker, a German on loan from Cologne, but it has been a team effort primarily. As a group, they're really very cheerful together. Luis Fernandez, the Paris Saint-Germain coach until the end of this season, takes his seat. Ernst Dokupil is the man who's done so much in Austria for Rapid Vienna. Pierluigi Pairetto from Italy is tonight's referee. A new name on the trophy is guaranteed. Neither Paris Saint-Germain nor Rapid Vienna have been a European winner before. Neither France nor Austria have any real European track record either in these club competitions. So it's a final with a real freshness about it, in a stadium which has been much changed since the horrors of Heysel 11 years ago, rebuilt and indeed renamed after the late King Baudouin of Belgium. The two goalkeepers, Lamar and Consul, are the two captains. Rapid Vienna kick-off. The stadium, as I say, has a fresh look to it. The pitch is in very good order indeed. It's been quite a lot of rain in Brussels today, but blue skies and a little bit of early evening sunshine. The climatic conditions as we get underway here. Paris Saint-Germain with Le Guen basically play 3 at the back. Rapid Vienna are the sort of side prepared to soak up the pressure and hit on the break. But you sense coming here that a lot of the pressure is on the French club. Bravo. Janker getting it forward. He's not a particularly elegant player, the main striker for Rapid Vienna, but he's turned out to be a very effective one. There he is on the ball. And breaking from midfield is Stöger. Each club supported by around 15,000 fans. The capacity in the stadium is 40,000, but they've cut it down to 36,000 with security in mind. No one in Belgium, of course, could even contemplate any problems here tonight in the mid-90s as there were in the mid-80s. Cast a very, very long shadow over this part of the world as far as football is concerned. The events of Liverpool against Juventus. Djurkaeff back to Bravo. Guerin. There's Ngotti. Paris Saint-Germain have invested huge sums of money on several players like Bruno Ngotti. finishing this their first season with the club. Djorkaeff and Patrice Loco and others. A dividend expected tonight. Mikhail Konsul was the goalkeeper when Rapid Vienna played in the 1985 Cup Winners' Cup final against Everton. Stumpf, who slipped over Gugi's head. Djorkaeff. Fournier was lining it up. He's involved again. Still can't get his shot in. Djorkaeff tries the chip across the face of the goal. Well, there was a bit more zip and zest about Paris Saint-Germain then. There's no doubt that Djorkaeff is one of the players on whom there's a great weight of responsibility. He has played in a Cup Winners' Cup final before for Monaco when they lost to Werder Bremen 4 years ago. Kubar's header. Janka tracking back, but Paris Saint-Germain able to play their way forward. Deli Valdez. Janka chasing. Roche is in a strong position. Lamar, who's never lacking confidence with the back passes. Sometimes overconfident, bordering on the eccentric. There's not been too much for either coach to get truly excited about to this point. Luis Fernandez has had to make the game's first substitution. Madisek, his familiar beat, the left-hand side. He does it for Austria as well as for Rapid Vienna. Something of a surprise package this season. Come from the second division. He was always a regular scorer, but the feeling was he'd never be able to do it in the top division. He's got 16 goals in the league this season. So a pretty good return. Kubar with the free kick. Stumpf couldn't make a really telling touch on the ball. Offside from Fournier's pass was Patrice Loco. And there was no doubt about it for all the whistling. Just was close enough to cause Rapid Vienna a certain amount of concern. They do accept that Paris Saint-Germain have the better technique, the greater flair, but if it's the fighting spirit that you want, Rapid Vienna is your sort of team. Djorkaeff, a good flick from Deli Valdez. Well, the angle was totally against him. But it was a very, very good try, just touched over by Konsul. This is what they mean when they talk about the technique and the talent. Yuri Djorkaeff fashioning a shot out of very little. And it's a corner for Paris Saint-Germain, coming up to the 20-minute mark. Djorkaeff. Janka with an emphatic clearance. Throw by Fournier. Guerra. Blocked by Chetl. Kubar. Luigi Pairetto, incidentally, has a role to play in Euro 96. He's in charge of the match at Wembley between England and Scotland, which is quite an honour. It'll be quite a job, one suspects. Free kick from Ivanov, Stumpf. And he must have heard the whistle because he put the brakes on. This is the 36th European Cup Winners' Cup final. Won by clubs from 11 different countries. Whatever happens here, it will be a new name and a new nation. Get it. Done very well. Bravo. Loco. Bravo. Now Fournier. Now both players in the centre, Deli Valdez and Loco, were attracted more to the near post. Cross was too deep. Still feeling off it, hoping that Janka could win it, which he didn't. Rapid Vienna, who got past the Romanian club Petrolul from Ploiești. Sporting Lisbon, after losing the first leg 2-0. And they got through in extra time in Vienna. Dynamo Moscow in the quarter-final. And then Feyenoord to reach this great occasion in Brussels tonight. Gotti. Seattle will tidy that up. Djokaev. Patrice Loco, who was signed last summer from Nantes and then had a nervous breakdown and ended up in a clinic. And they were very concerned about him. But he's recovered and hoping to make it a much happier end to the season than it was at the beginning. Loco again. Ivanov control. Schürtl. Pressed though by Colotaire. Avenue out through Heraf. Marasek, the runner down the left from Stöger's pass. Oh, a free kick earned by Stefan Marasek. Ivanov is coming up. Is the player that they'll just want to keep tabs on, Paris Saint-Germain. Kuba. Let's get out. Nothing given despite the appeals. Didi Kuba. Valdez was signed by Paris Saint-Germain to replace the great George Weah when he moved to Milan. Exactly the same sort of type of player. Deli Valdez doesn't have the physical power and prowess of the Liberian, but he's got his own stealthy style. Fournier's throw. Work by Marasek. Stöger. Kuba. Clever technician in midfield. He's annoyed with Marasek for not giving him too much positive help then. got a free kick. There's no sign at the moment that Ivanov is going to be sent up. Bravo left the leg in, and then Collier made sure that Cuba bit the dust. Ivanov, in fact, takes the free kick. And that's a neat drink for the defenders. Deciding to venture out, being allowed to do so. It's a good ball. Gotti, Collier, not quite so well served. Too far in front of him. Ivanov is able to swallow it up. An interesting transfer is to Rapid Vienna, involving from the club sponsors a couple of franchises for petrol stations in Bulgaria in the name of Kufran Ivanov. Just tilted the balance. So Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick. Coming up to 28 minutes played in the first half of the European Cup Winners' Cup final, 0-0. Go back. It's a goal! Gotti! My goodness! Konsul left bewildered. Well, Paris Saint-Germain felt, I think, it was very important that they got the first goal here tonight. And they will have worked on a lot of different ways of trying to come up with it. But did they rehearse this from this sort of range? It was a great strike. A bit of swerve, a bit of dip. And it got all the way through, and a deflection as well. And that was the crucial moment, really. But Gotti will take the credit, and justly so. Well, a game that, by and large, to that point, had a certain amount of cat and mouse about it. That's one of the major moments, really, in the story up to that point, the injury to Ray. Cuba. So Paris Saint-Germain with the bit between their teeth. Short of self-belief, perhaps, because of their recent troubles in the French First Division, where it looks as though they will have to concede to Auxerre, although it's not over yet, with a couple of games to go. And the prevailing feeling here amongst the travelling French media would have been concerned that if Rapid Vienna could add to the embarrassment by taking the lead, then Paris Saint-Germain might just lack the resolve in this bad run to bite back. But now it's looking a much prettier picture for them. They're in front, and the Austrian club have got a real job on their hands. Almost half an hour before the opening goal, but it's a goal to delight Luis Fernandez. tackle by Schürrle. Heraf working that far touchline, who won his first cap for Austria at the end of last month, but was actually injured in the warm-up and didn't let on. It was only a friendly. Played the first 45 minutes, not very effectively, before admitting that he was hurt. At 28, it was his first appearance, and I suppose he would have thought, by keeping quiet, at least he would be recognised as an international player. He didn't do himself much justice. No offside. It's Loco. Well, he looked for those supporting in the centre, like Deli Valdez, when he might have gone for goal himself. Goalkeeper again had come out and would have been left high and dry, but there were two defenders around Julio Cesar Deli Valdez, and the outcome is another corner. 3.5 minutes plus stoppage time to go to half-time. Djorkaeff takes it, and Janka can have a look to see if there's anything on further forward. There isn't very much, and the back pass is a little risky. And the end product is the ball given away rather cheaply by Rapid Vienna. Guerra, Djorkaeff. It's a nice touch from Stöger. Kugi, the player who scored the winning goal in the Austrian Cup final last season, that brought Rapid into this competition. Just a little bit of impeding there on Kuba by Loco. Maybe an opportunity here as the half draws to a close for Rapid Vienna to go in on level terms. This is Hatz. Marasek. Tenacious work again from Bravo. Kuba winning it back. Stöger. Well, it wasn't a bad try. It was, as I'm sure you realise, going wide, but Lamar making sure covering it and enjoying the work. He's that type of goalkeeper. Stöger is a midfield player with a good record for scoring. He got a hat-trick for Austria in the Euro 96 qualifiers against the Republic of Ireland. Austria, of course, had a great chance to at least get into that playoff, but blew it in their final match when they were beaten 5-3 by Northern Ireland in Belfast. Rapid throw. Ernst Dokupil said of his team, really compared to Paris Saint-Germain, we'll be trying to bulldoze our way to victory. And it is the team with the greater technique, to the delight of its coach. Look as though they're going to go in at half-time, a goal to the good. Throw taken by Marasek. Roche got there very quickly. Ivanov. Stöger. Here's Le Guen, it's on his stronger side. Deli Valdez to Schürrle. Good contact with the ball, though it was off the ground. Been 2 or 3 very thoughtful passes from Djorkaeff. That certainly had the thought, but not quite the execution. And we're now in time added on at the end of the first 45 minutes. Kuba. Sturger's done very well indeed. Herat. Good cross here required. Marasek, who's not a good finisher. Known perhaps as one of the weakest in this team. But it was his chance to shoot, and his chance, albeit not a straightforward one, to equalise in stoppage time at the end of the first half. But he lacked the necessary composure. Foul by Roche. Yanka darting away, having placed the ball, but no one thinking quite as quickly. Might just suit Rapid, as it's given time now, the delay for Ivanov to get up. Kuba bent it in. Bravo. This is Loco, and Djorkaeff was free in the centre. He's just beaten to it by Konsul. But as Rapid Vienna chase the game, as they'll have to in the second half, you can just see the scenario, can't you? Those sort of counter-attacks, because at half-time, Paris Saint-Germain, surmounting the disappointment of losing the Brazilian Rai very early in the game, have a 1-0 lead from a free kick hammered in by Bruno Ngotti, a hammer blow to Rapid Vienna. At Brussels, at half-time, Paris Saint-Germain 1, Rapid Vienna 0. Welcome back to Brussels. A change at half-time for Rapid Vienna. Zoran Barisic is on. Barisic taking over from Stumpf. So Paris Saint-Germain starting the second half. 1 goal to the good. And it really is an exciting time for French football at the moment. Bordeaux still involved in the UEFA Cup final, the national team with a long unbeaten record, heading for Euro 96. France have qualified for the Olympics as well. But they want to be keen in their concentration at the start of the second half. Ivanov. Bravo. That's nicely done by Guérin on this surface, which is worthy of the occasion. But Rapid Vienna haven't passed the ball as well, perhaps, as the surface suggests they should have done. Paris Saint-Germain looking very much more comfortable. This is Djorkaeff from optimistic range, but after the goal from Ngotti, who's to blame him? Djorkaeff again. Schedel got a foot to it. Colleterre. Guérin. It really is a case at the moment of the French aristocrats against the Austrian workforce. Bravo. Le Guen, Gotti. Rapid reshape. Happy for Paris Saint-Germain to keep passing the ball in front of them. The worry is that they look good enough to produce more penetration when they want to. Bravo. Flipping it up for Djorkaeff. He's tried to curl one himself. Apologising to those in the centre for what might be perceived as a somewhat selfish act, this. But he backed his ability to bend the ball, and he wasn't too far away, was he? Of Polish and Armenian stock, Yuri Djorkaeff. His mother actually is Armenian. Plenty of appeals from the French players, but it's a throw to Rapid Vienna. And at 1-0, they'll still feel that they're in here with a shout. We talked at the start of the great team spirit that they have. It's adversity, such as they're facing at the moment, that spirit needs to shine through. Kuba. Darkness beginning to set in, the floodlights shining brightly now at the start of the second half. Heraf. Bernard Lamar waves his teammates out. Alain Roche. Fournier back on his beat. Another like Djorkaeff, who has played in a European final. His was with Marseille against Red Star Belgrade. Oh, and Console is stranded. Surely it's going to be a second. And it was a rather tentative effort from Deli Valdez, reflecting the fact that he's been short of goals recently. But you do sense that a second goal for Paris Saint-Germain would seal it. Djorkaeff got it back, and he just stumbled at the crucial moment, the Panamanian. But it is a corner. Roche has come up, and Gotti as well. Here's Colletet, letting it run for Le Guen. Djorkaeff, it's a wondrous control. Well, Marasek walking a tightrope, you feel, with the referee. It was a difficult ball back to Djorkaeff from Le Guen, but he made light of it. So more pressure from Paris Saint-Germain. Gotti, too high. The job. And he feels the stress of it, and it's been pretty stressful over the last couple of weeks. The president, Michel Denisot, referred to some of the team as spoilt children. Didn't go down very well in the camp. The players trying to come up with the right kind of response and on the pitch. Still 1-0. There's been a yellow card, I think, for Fournier. free kick for Rapid. Marasek. Fournier, just seconds after being booked, certainly wasn't pulling out of his next confrontation. And Rapid still within range, just one goal down. Zoran Barisic is a free kick specialist. It's a testing ball. Lamar has to come out to deal with it. One of the more difficult things he's had to cope with so far in this game. Heraf's header, forward by Colater. Another courageous header by Bravo. Djorkaeff, he's in here, and it glanced the outside of the post. Every now and then, Yuri Djorkaeff has really imposed himself on this game. Mighty close to number 2 for Paris Saint-Germain, from arguably their outstanding player in the game to this point. Kugi, not very convincingly. Djorkaeff, Loco, and Mikhail Hatz got the tackle in, but Konzel couldn't prevent the corner. Well, they are on the brink, Rapid Vienna, but at the moment Paris Saint-Germain can't quite push them over the edge. Djorkaeff will take the corner. The one goal has come from a set play, from a free kick. Can they unhinge Rapid again from a dead ball situation? Be careful there with the challenge. Kubar. Colater. Loco. Deli Valdez in the centre. Gotti still up there as well. Deli Valdez! Well, I say again, if he was in something of a hotter streak, it might have been a closer call. A free header. Gotti. Well, that was a bit lucky for Hatz. Gugi. Now Schertl. Kubar. Barisic almost mown down by Bravo, but he must have got a piece of the ball. He was certainly sent tumbling the second time. Kubar quickly taken free kick. Marasek. And that's another foul right on the corner of the penalty area by Fournier. Pierluigi Pareto doesn't reach for his pocket, which is good news for Fournier, who's carrying the one yellow card already. Went for the ball but didn't get it. Ivanov was gone across to have a word with Barisic. Kubar is there as well. This is Heraf and Marasek in the centre. Hatz has come up, Ivanov too. Barisic! Well, Ivanov's conversation with the substitute almost paid dividends then, because as Barisic whipped it in, Ivanov roaring in here, doesn't get there in time. What's the number 4? And in the end, it was neither one thing nor the other for Barisic and Rapid Vienna. But it emphasises again how finely balanced this is for all the poise that Paris Saint-Germain have put into their play. The battling qualities of Rapid Vienna shouldn't be ruled out. And Stockypil continues to look on impassively. Been a certain amount of stoppages, but you expect tackles to be made and a prize to be won here. No one's going to ignore the physical side of the game. Colitaire with the free kick. It's Barisic, not giving Janka a great deal of service. He's using his weight to good effect. Nats did well. Kubau's pass. This is better play from Rapid Vienna. Header! Well, they're finding something extra in adversity, Rapid Vienna again, and they very nearly found an equaliser. There were very few moments like these in the first half. And Heraf climbing. Look where Lamar was. But in the end, I think it was he who kept it out. So Kubau will take this corner. The header over from Marasek. Schertl. Loco jumped into him. But here is Loco. He's got the better of Hats, and it's, what? Half a metre wide at the most. There might well have been an infringement in Rapid's favour before that, but the whistle didn't come. Unfortunately for the Austrians, the goal didn't come. Although Patrice Loco had a fine try here. Ivanov. Forward for Janka, asking him to win it. Good defending by Roche, who's a good deal shorter than the player he was jumping with. Gugi. Sturger, but picked off by Colitaire. Sturger, the 5th from his team to receive a caution tonight. Heraf for trying to influence the referee. Here's Lasset. Now this could finish it now. But with 2 defined in the centre, it was rather extravagantly overhit. And Rapid Vienna, with 4 minutes left, take it up again with Kubau. Cut out by Roche. Bravo. Djorkaeff. Gerard, no flag. Gerard is in. Deli Valdez and Loco up with him. Good stop by Consul. Rapid Vienna losing their concentration really in chasing the game. Gerard tries again. Still Loco and Deli Valdez in the middle, and again the delivery from a wide position. Well, you can talk about fatigue playing a part, and that's clearly true. But Luis Fernandez knows really that Paris Saint-Germain should have wrapped this up, and they haven't. Ivanov heads it across. And in the end, it was Barisic diving in and Lamar diving by the post. That's the margin. That's how narrow it is. Even at this very late stage, Rapid Vienna in a position where they could take it into extra time. Stöger, Kuba whipping it in. Stöger again. Flags up for offside. Kuba can't be offside now. It's a question of how long Pierluigi Pairetto is going to add on, but he's off the pace here. But Paris Saint-Germain with Loco. And the flag is up. Goal not given. That was an extraordinary episode because the referee was looking around to see if there was something naughty going on off the ball. And he stopped and tried to check with the linesman, and the game was going on, well, 50 yards away. It'll be stopped here for offside. Well, that's what it's all been in aid of tonight. One hopes that the celebrations at the right-hand end of the ground don't get out of hand. There was a fear that an element, an undesirable element from Paris Saint-Germain, or pertaining to represent Paris Saint-Germain, might be coming here tonight. Extra security. Here's Daniel Bravo. Free kick. Some players losing their concentration at the end, but not Bravo. He's been consistent throughout in his effort and application. Luis Fernandez, I think, being told by the fourth official to get back into his technical area. He's going to be leaping onto the pitch very shortly, you feel. We're in the 3rd minute of time added on, and Yuri Djurkaeff can put a little bit of icing on the cake here. There he goes. Very nearly did it. It's been a battling game, really, but his class has shone through. You can see why he goes towards Euro 96 with a growing individual reputation. Paris Saint-Germain have won the European Cup Winners' Cup. The trophy goes to France. Rapid Vienna gave it absolutely everything, but they couldn't repair the damage caused by the one goal after 29 minutes from a long-range free kick, which took a little deflection along the way. And Luis Fernandez, overcome by the emotion, and one would think from those pictures making it a family affair. So now it's a case of step forward, Paris Saint-Germain. Again, the winners' medals go round the necks, and the plan is for the cup to be held up right at the last. So a new slant on an old situation in football, and a wonderful situation, the climax to all competitions. And remember, to be even in the European tournament for a club, you've had to have a very, very good season the year before. The medal for Yuri Djurkaeff. They did it collectively tonight. Patrice Loco there. The season ending for him much more happily than it started. Nasser, the substitute. And then to Benalama, and he will step forward to receive the cup winner's cup from Lennart Johansson. Well played, Paris Saint-Germain. Well, this is the start of a big French party in Belgium tonight. Maybe not a vintage final, but when you think of the lack of tradition of Paris Saint-Germain as winners in Europe and of French clubs in Europe, it didn't matter how it was won, it only mattered that it was won. Great pictures and great moments. Luis Fernandez, who has suffered and sweated and fretted to be at the helm of a trophy-winning Paris Saint-Germain team. These scenes will go on here in Brussels for a long time, I'm sure. I do hope you've enjoyed our coverage on SBS tonight. So much more coming up, of course, with the FA Cup final in a couple of days' time. Until then, this is Martin Tyler in Brussels, handing you back to Kyle Patterson in the